I got to thinking this morning about a lot of great many things. But today I got to thinking about why there's this thing on social media where they go, kids don't go outside anymore, and kids don't want to work anymore, and all that. And they're hollering about it, just like I'm yapping about it right now. And I got to thinking, and I said, well, kids don't go outside anymore because all of our areas are overly urbanized, and you absolutely require a vehicle to get anywhere. Unless you live in Philadelphia or New York City. And then if you live in New York City or Philadelphia, I feel bad for you. I'm sure it's a great place to live. I would never live there, though. Holy fuck, with all the nonsense going on there. And as far as the working goes, you need to be licensed for everything now, or you need to have a degree. I mean, put yourself in the shoes of an 18-year-old and be like, what the fuck would you do? When I was 18, I worked retail jobs and jobs that didn't build me any skills. So now that I'm 24, I'm kind of cooked. So we're trying to build skills now. But think about being 18 and wanting to try to do a job to build skills and make money so you can go out with your friends. Because I will hand you that, right? In the 70s or whatever, 80s, 70s, 80s, 60s even. This damn bug in here, hold on. Let's hope he gets out. In the 60s, 70s, 80s, children would work at the movie theater, or they would work stocking beer at the liquor store, or they would work, they would do the little odd ends, paper routes, things like that. The things that adults didn't have time to do because adults were more preoccupied with their regular jobs. And then those kids would get that money and be able to do things with their friends, like purchase a car and go to the movie theaters and dick around. But these days it's a different story, where you have so many adults that are in those positions, working McDonald's and retail and things like that, out of necessity. We're not going to get into if they made a mistake in their life, or if we're not looking at that, all right, because we're all human. But the reality is that the jobs that used to be for teenagers now have young adults and even fully grown adults in those jobs. So that job market's kind of oversaturated, looking for talent. I mean, we have such a need for jobs that there is actually a talent acquisition position. Whereas before, you just have the frickin' manager run out a job ad, and that's a part of his duties, is to hire somebody. But these days you have, recruiting agencies and talent acquisition assistants and all, like, literally bullshit ass jobs that you don't need. I mean, I get it. The further we get along and, the more overpopulated we get, you do technically kind of need that job to, filter the applicants, because you're getting thousands of applicants, a month or something. Makes sense. My opinion is it's a bullshit job, and here's why. Because if a manager used to be able to do that on a localized level, he could still continue to do that on a localized level. That's my thinking. But yeah, man, so I mean, I'm looking to do trade work. Even at 24, I can't find any trade work. It's all licensed. You gotta be licensed. So they're trying to send me off to school. I don't mind school. I went to college. But I don't have any money. And I don't have any safety net. I never did. Parents don't own anything. So, yeah, you'll catch me stocking shelves of CVS, right? Like, that's how it goes. So now there's no more jobs for teenagers. Gainful employment anyway that they might be able to learn some skills at. I'm sure a teenager can still get into a Taco Bell or a CVS. But you also learn better around your peers where you're both experiencing the same thing. So if you're like the only 17-year-old like me, my first job was at Popeyes. I was the only 17-year-old, and then there was like a 50-year-old guy from Nigeria, and there was like a 30-year-old guy married with 2 kids. I was the only teenager, so I'm like, this is kind of weird. That's interesting. And so this is the first vehicle I've ever had that has cruise control that works, and I love it. So let's talk cars, man. $36,000 for a new Honda Civic or something like that. I don't know. I didn't look it up. This is all spitballing. Bro, you used to be able to go get a new car for like $8,000. I get it. Times have changed. I get it. There's more in cars today than there was X amount of years ago, right? Of course it's more expensive. They're shipped overseas. There's a lot of costs. But I think the real cost is that no one can afford them, so these dealers take the bank loan out to get the freaking car, and then they just keep washing their hands with it from dealer to dealer until it's sold. And the real cost that's being paid is the bank loan and the interest. If it goes through 3 dealerships, that's a lot of interest that needs to be paid back to the bank. That's a lot of price increases that each dealer is going to make. Why do we do that? Why don't we build cars to match our demand? Okay, if the statistics say, 500,000 units are bought a year, build 600,000 units a year, or something. I mean, always have a little bit of excess, in case that customer walks in and wants 2 cars or something, or consider family households, kids coming of age buying a car, whatever. Anyway, well, that's just consumer society. We like to produce the thing and have it available to purchase prior to ever wanting or needing it. That's a different topic. But anyway, I'm on a highway right now. How the hell are you going to get around if you're 17, man? I was on back roads with no shoulders, and now I'm on a highway. If I was 17, I'd stay at home and do nothing. I wouldn't even go to work. The hell's the point? Look at this. I'm an 18-year-old. You tell me you got to get a job. You're 18 now. I say, okay, how am I going to get there? You say you got to get a car, and you say, okay, but a car is, even if I get a certified pre-owned, I'm looking at like $18,000. And I'm an 18-year-old, so I don't know how to work on cars, so I can't go on Marketplace and just, do it that way. So you're telling me, say I find a good deal, $15,000 for a certified pre-owned bullshit Honda Civic. Now I have this car that I need to get to work, and now I have to work to need to keep the car to get to work. Why the hell would I do that? Like, put yourself in an 18-year-old's mind. Why the hell would I do that? Why would I start a job that I can't commute to so that I'm forced into a position where I have to purchase a vehicle to commute to the job I never even wanted to go to in the first place? Again, put yourself in an 18-year-old's head. Hell no. I wouldn't do it. If I was 18, I'd be, hell no. Look, I had to move out when I was 16, so I was out there taking the bus and biking, and I couldn't wait to buy a car. That's different. I had to. If I lived at home, or, you know, I had that available to me, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Maybe if I had to go to, if I, like, wanted to go to school as an 18-year-old, like, I wanted to go to college, put myself through college or trades. But what 18-year-old wants to do that? Anyway, that's the video about kids not wanting to work anymore and nobody goes outside anymore. Even adults don't go outside. Well, we wake up and we go to work and we shuffle on and do our errands and come the fuck home. And I don't blame us either, the adults, because we pay for our homes an exorbitant amount. Why am I gonna pay an exorbitant amount for this home, whether it be for mortgage or rent, and then never use it because I'm always at work or outdoors? So we do it too, man. We do it too. And work's not supposed to be your entire life, by the way. That's going to be the last thing. These people that say, oh, these kids don't want to work anymore. They have their entire lives to do this bullshit. Don't force it on them now. The fuck? I realistically don't think people should get serious about work until about 25. About 25, 26. That's when they're really like, all right, I want to work. And I want to spend my life learning a skill or a trade or a career or going to school or whatever. I think that's the age, the appropriate age. Because you can try to do it when you're younger, but that young spirit is going to be like, nah, I don't want to do this, man. I want to go out and do dumb shit. So that's the video. I hope it is thought-provoking. I hope that my opinion on the situation and my shedding of light on the situation is accurate to what is actually going on. And if you have any it's 5:42 in the morning. If you have anything to add, please feel free. If you liked the video, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Like, share, whatever you want. But that's the video, and what I believe is going on. At least just thinking to myself and doing no research. But I always say, if me sitting on my couch can figure it out, I mean, I'm in the car. Imagine what you could do with a full research team or a full, you know, actually researching into it. So that's my hypothesis. If you agree with it, like and share. Oh, the light got me. 30. This light goes for 45 seconds. That's the video. I'm gone.